Let's see if anybody else comes today. One or two will wait. We are a little bit faster, right? You are able to understand or not? Things. Hmm?
सब प्लीज रिपीट करना, आपकी वॉइस ब्रेक हो गई.
I think we are going little bit faster with organic chemistry. Are you able to understand it? At least some of it you are getting what we are teaching, or you just forget after that.
यस सर, समझ तो आ रहा है. प्रैक्टिस करती हूँ फिर बाद में नोट्स का.
Okay, good. है ना? Ethan has also joined.
सर
So,
एक चीज और
now,
पूछनी थी. हाइड्रोकार्बन में जो लास्ट वाले वो टेस्ट होते हैं, नाइट्रोजन टेस्ट, और वो सारे जो इम्पोर्टेंट है.
हाँ, टेस्ट यार हर साल एक ना एक क्वेश्चन एटलीस्ट आता ही है एग्जाम में. They will ask. Today also we will try to cover some more tests related to how to distinguish between different kind of, let's say, halide, different kind of primary, secondary, tertiary halide, या primary, secondary, tertiary alcohol. Okay, such kind of
ओके
question, how to differentiate, है ना? ये थोड़े थोड़े से differences के questions आते हैं. So we will see such type of test little bit. Okay, in between. Yeah, what happens is it's taking a little bit longer because your, yeah, good morning, Keaton. No, it's taking a little bit longer because of your afternoon classes have been, I mean, now because of the load here, no, I think they are of 1 hour only, right? So we have, I was trying to finish this week, this organic chemistry, but yeah, maybe, yeah, this lecture I will try to cover majority of the portion. Let's see. We'll take as much lecture as we have to, but we will try to cover it thoroughly. Okay. We will not. I won't skip anything as such which is not in your, especially which is in your syllabus. Okay. We'll try to cover that much and little bit extra I'm trying. Okay, which is possible, which because it is adjacent to your syllabus. Okay, so I'll try to cover that also, and let's see. I think if I may have some of the problems, let's see, because of lockdown and etc. The pro- our typewriter is also not available to us not right now, so we are not able to provide you with problems also. For now, me only. But yeah, you have the booklet with you, na? Chemistry booklet. Okay, so you can try the problems with from that booklet actually. Okay. Let's say as today only we will finish up hydrocarbons and mostly halides, etc. Halides, alcohol, ether, whatever we can cover, we will try. So try to do the problems of at least those chapters, hydrocarbon chapter and some of the halide chapter as well. Okay, some of the reactions of halides and alcohol aldehyde we have already covered, but we will cover more one by one. Now I think nobody is going to join. Let's start here only. Okay. Everybody will watch the videos later, I think. So we were here in the last class, right? So if this is the type of ester you have, okay, what happens here is at very high temperature, this beta hydrogen will be extracted, right? If this beta hydrogen is extracted, this is what happens is the bond goes back and forms alkene here, and CH3COH acid is formed along with it. Okay, this is this goes back and form double bond, and this is O minus extract this S. So I showed you the six membered ring in the last class, I think. Six membered ring, six membered transition state. Okay. Now, if two beta hydrogens are available to you, okay, That means here what happens is, in this case, due to ease of extraction of hydrogen, the less hindered hydrogen is abstracted. That is beta hydrogen, okay, which is less substituted. So that means this product will be the major one, Hoffman product. Okay, Hoffman product, less substituted or less stable alkene is major product. Okay, so this is because this is called as kinetic stability effect. Okay, because of kinetic is acting here. Okay, kinetics means the rate of reaction is being more important here, not the thermodynamics of it. Okay, if thermodynamics was more important here, okay, thermodynamic stability was more important for this reaction, then this alkene would have been the major product, the more stable one. But it prefers that beta hydrogen which is providing ease of extraction, kinetic stability. Okay, the ease of, okay. So this is what we are going to see in this case, Hoffman product. Now let's see where else we can see Hoffman product. Now see, in this case also, I showed you earlier also this pyrolysis of tetraalkyl ammonium ion this year. Okay, tetraalkyl ammonium ion. If one beta hydrogen is available to you, then CH2 CH2 is going to form here, and this nitrogen will get uh, 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 removed here. Tetraalkyl ion, so this will be tertiary amine product. Okay, now keep in mind you have to pick that hydrogen only. Okay, where your beta hydrogen is easily extractable or less substituted alkene. Now, see, in this reaction, there are two types of beta hydrogen. One, this one, and another is this one. Okay, if this is extracted, this would be more stable. Okay, and this will give us major product here. If this beta hydrogen is extracted, if this is extracted here, this would be formed, and we will get this product, but this would be the minor one. Keep in mind the one which is less hindered, less substituted, that alkene would be formed here. Okay. Now there is another method to prepare alkene. This is coal-based method, which is electrolysis of potassium or sodium salt of saturated dicarboxylic acid. Now see, uh, in this case, this is sodium salt. Okay, CH3COONA, CH2COONA. Okay, this is an dicarboxylic acid. Now, when you do the electrolysis, what happens here is this is like CH2 311ONA and C11ONA. Okay, so this O minus Na plus removes, goes here, this bond goes here, this leaves along with it, and that's how CH2OH minus, let's say, extract this one, also this one later on. This is what is formed here at anode and at cathode, coal-based method. Okay. Now, let's see talk about the hydrogenation of alkyne. That can also give us alkene here. Okay. So if we do the hydrogenation of alkyne, there are two methods. Catalytic hydrogenation of alkynes in
बोल
presence
देना
of
आपने
yes, catalytic hydrogenation of alkynes in presence of some catalysts like
दो
tin. Are you
फोन
saying
दे दो,
something?
नेट नहीं चल रहा है।
Tanu, can you mute yourself?
Okay, sir.
So now see, by catalytic hydrogenation of alkynes, what happens here is this is the syn addition of hydrogen. You remember the syn addition of hydrogen here from the same Fuji site only. This what I saw in the last class also. This is how this alkyne is arranged here. Hydrogen is present here. Now what happens here is this hydrogen is attached to this uh, triple bond in this way only. Okay, absorption, desorption happen, it gets removed, but only the syn addition happen here from the same side. Okay, so this is what your product is. Okay, this is why you are getting the cis alkene here. Okay, understood. Now we will study about the Lindlar's catalyst also. This is Lindlar's catalyst H2PD. Okay, let's CaCO3. This is Lindlar's catalyst. Okay, in presence of quinoline. Okay, this reaction happens. Okay, this is the simple mechanism of hydrogenation. Now, there is another method which is called as Birch reduction. Now, in this hydrogenation, we did the syn addition. In Birch reduction, actually anti-addition is happens. Okay, if one hydrogen is going to attach here, another going to attach from this side, and this is how your product will be obtained. This is the trans alkene now. Okay, so very fascinating things happen here just because of different product, different mechanism happens here, and a different product is obtained here. Okay, so in anti-addition, what happens is Na gives it leaves one electron plus electron. Okay, here with liquid NH3, Na plus is formed, electron is removed here. This Na plus goes and abstract this one gives abstract this I think hydrogen here. Okay, uh, sorry, this here. Okay, this one dot is abstracted, one electron is abstracted, and nitrogen gets removed here minus Na. Okay, now this dot is created here, free radical. Because this dot is created, this bond moves on R side. Okay, this is actually not completely written. This was CR. Okay, C is attached to R here, like this one. Okay, so this bond minus charge goes to this C only. Okay, now this minus extract hydrogen from NH3. Okay, forms this bond. Now Na dot again provides one electron here and forms minus charge on this position. Okay, from other side only. So this other side will extract hydrogen here, and this is trans alkene is formed. This is 100% one type of product. There is no chance of cis alkene here. Okay, complete trans alkene. Okay, this is Birch reduction NaNH3. NaNH3 Birch reduction is happening. This is one type of alkyne. You see NaNH3 form a trans alkene here. Okay, this is what happens. Now let's see, Birch reduction is done. Now let's see Wittig reaction. This is also one important famous named reaction. Okay. Now what happens in this reaction is aldehydes and ketones are converted into alkenes by using a special class of compound orthorylase. Okay, or this is also called as Wittig reagent. Okay. Now these are allied here. R C minus R. Okay. P plus PH3. Okay, PH3 is phenyl group only. Okay, so this is our ylid here. Okay, now what happens here is this ylid actually attaches with R plus this ketone group here like this. See, minus charge goes on less electron density region of carbon, high electron density region of oxygen attaches itself to the low electricity region of phosphorus here, and this cyclic transition state is formed. This is transition state only. Okay. Now, if this bond is formed, okay, this bond is formed here, but this would be unstable one. Now, new bonds will form. This bond between ylid and carbon oxygen bond will break up. So you will get PH3 P double bond O and C double bond C. So you are going to see this type of alkene here. Okay. Now, whatever, let's say this R, this was R, this was R dash, this was R double dash, this was R triple dash. Okay, R dash, R double dash, and R triple dash, like this only. Okay. Now, these can be either hydrogen or any alkyl group. Okay. Now, how does we form ylid also? They will start with this reaction here. Okay. Earlier, CH3P and CH3Br, they will CH3P because of extra lone pair attacks on the CH3. This Br minus will leave, okay, and this CH3P minus CH2 ylid is formed here. Okay, now this ylid will get attached to this ketone here, and this alkene product is formed. Can you see what's happening here is? Okay, you just have to pick up two sides of carbon here from each thing and add across the carbon. Okay. Now, what I want you to remember is it is not written here. Okay, do not worry. See here, in this case, you are going to get one product, but if it was different ylid, let's say like PH3P, C CH3 like and ET ethyl group here, and this MEMeCO was like ET and methyl group CH3 double bond O. You can get two different type of products actually like this. Okay, one and another one like this. Okay, there is no such rule that orientation can be like one only. So you can get these two different products as well. Okay, the addition can be across different manner. Okay, so this you can remember here. Okay, now see some of the reactions of alkenes now. Okay, first we are going to see free radical addition. We just saw in case of alkene formation from alkyne, nickel, platinum, palladium. R, it reduces this unsaturated bond to RCH2CH3. Okay, so this is again syn addition. Now let's see another type of addition is electrophilic addition. Addition of halogen across the alkene group. Okay, addition of halogen across the alkene group. What we see is formation of halides. Halides attaches itself to the adjacent carbon. Okay, simple type of reaction here. Again, this type of transition state will form. this bond will form, this bond will break here. Okay, the cyclic transition state on. But the reactivity order of halogen would be this, like this only: Cl2, Br2, I2. Cl2 will react faster because the RCl bond is stronger than RBr and it is stronger than Ri. Okay, this is what happens. Now, if fluorine is added, it is very high exothermic reaction, so it is difficult to control, and these are not formed here in case of fluorine. Okay. Now, one more thing is addition. This is what Sanu you were asking on the test, different type of test. Addition of Br2 on alkenes. Okay, on alkenes, addition of Br2 provides a useful test for unsaturation in molecules. Okay, if you just have to test whether it is like this or whether this is some type of alkene, okay, or alkyne, even alkyne as well. Okay, triple bond is there, double bond is there. This would be like this only. Is something R. Okay, C, H, and R, and CH2 and R. Okay. Now, if you have to see which kind of bond is this, alkyne, alkene, and alkyne, alkene, and alkyne, you just have to give Br2 here, add Br2 here. It will provide, what will happen is, brown color of bromine will rapidly discharge and decolorization of bromine will happen if the 5% of Br2 in CCl4 is taken, okay, then decolorization of the compound will happen in case some kind of unsaturation is present, whether double bond or triple bond. The colorless dibromo compound will be formed. Br2 earlier was in brown color, okay, Br2 in CCl4. It decolorizes itself when reacted with double bond here. Okay. Now see these reactions. Okay. If one Br2 is added, this is what carbocation is formed here first. Okay. How does this reaction happen? I'm not going to into it. This happen like Br and Br2. This bond is formed here. Okay. Now this bond actually comes back to here. Okay. And this bond is broken. This goes away, Br minus, plus charge formed from this position. Okay. Now this carbocation is formed. There are multiple options. If you add Br minus is present, Br will attach from other side. Cl minus is present, Cl will attach from other side. If OH minus H2O is present, H2O will attach from other side. So whatever type of product you want, you can get it from this reaction. So if you have been given Br2 along with, let's say, HBr, HCl, or H2O, this is what you can get different products. Okay. Now the addition of halogen acid here across the alkene here, HX. Okay, one. So this is expected. This will add across this alkene here also. Now there are two options here. Okay, first is this H goes to the central position or at the extreme terminal position. There are two options here. What happens is we actually get this product only, secondary halide actually. Okay, 2-degree halide you are getting here. Now, why is this happening? Let's see. First, see the order of reactivity of hydrogen halide is here Hi, okay, HBr, HCl, HF. Now, this is why does this reaction happen faster? It's because of H plus release happens faster in case of this one. Okay, and H adds across it, then I minus comes and attaches itself to the carbocation. Okay, now let I'll show you the mechanism once. Before we go into the mechanism here, this is called electrophilic addition. Okay, this forms via more stable carbonium ion. Okay, now if addition of HX happens across unsymmetrical alkenes like this happen as per the Markovnikov's rule. Okay, now Markovnikov rule says if HX add up on unsymmetrical unsaturated hydrocarbon, the halogen atom goes to the unsaturated carbon atom bearing lesser number of hydrogen atoms. Okay, okay. Now see here, the electrophilic addition to always occurs through the formation of a more stable carbocation intermediate. So the more stable carbocation intermediate form X will attach to that more stable carbocation here. Now similar rule is here that in addition of HX to vinyl halide and analogous compounds, the halogen attaches itself to the carbon atom on which the halogen atom is already present. Okay, CH2 CHCl is present, HCl is adding across it, this Cl is going to the same carbon here also. Okay, because the mechanism is such. Okay, CH2 minus CH double bond OCl because of the octet formation here. This bond goes back. CH plus is formed carbocation, stable carbocation. This one because of this M effect only. Okay, so this Cl add across this CH only. Okay, because of presence of electron pair on this Cl here. So this double bond formation happens. This bond goes back to on CH2 minus. Okay. This is what happening. That's why Cl attaches to the same carbon atom where already one chlorine is present. Okay. Now this was Markovnikov rule. Now we will see the anti-Markovnikov rule or peroxide effect here. Okay. Now see in the presence of oxygen of peroxide, addition of HBr on unsaturated unsymmetrical compound takes place contrary to Markovnikov rule. That is why this is called an anti-Markovnikov addition or we call it peroxide effect. Okay. Now what happens here is in this earlier case we saw the mechanism was ionic carbocation formation was happening. In presence of peroxide, the addition of HBr takes place via free radicals. Okay, HB with HBr generally this peroxide effect is seen here. Okay, now if it is through Markovnikov addition, you are going to see this product. H plus will add here, positive charge will generate here, stable carbocation, and Br will add here. Okay, but if peroxide is present, what happens is this dot is formed here and this free radical is formed here and Br attaches it to this position only. Okay, not on this position. Okay, this is called as anti-Markovnikov addition. Let's see the mechanism here. What happens? ROOR, 2RO dot is formed, peroxide is broken. Along with HBr, it forms Br dot. Okay. Now this Br dot is first formed. Now it attaches itself to this position first. Not H plus is not going first here. Now Br dot is going first here. So Br dot will form stable free radicals like this. Okay. Then H dot will come and this major product is formed here. Okay. This is what's happening here. One free radical. If this free radical is formed, this is less stable free radical. So this product is minor product. Okay. So still the more stable product is formed. That's why the product is different. It's not something else is happening here. Just step is little bit there. Earlier in case of ionic mechanism, H plus was adding first. In case of free radical, Br dot is adding first. Okay. This is what's happening here. Now, let's see the addition of hypohalous acid, okay, like compound, like electrophilic addition. And now, if Cl to Cl2 in presence of water adds across alkene, this type of bond is formed. Cl is added first. Cl2 plus bond is formed. Cl minus leaves here. Now, presence of water along with H2. Okay, this OH will come here and it will form this ethylene chlorine hydrogen. Okay, OH will attach here, this one H will remove here, this form here. I think this we already show you this. This happens as per the Markovnikov rules only. Okay, now the addition of water here. Okay, hydration of alkene. What happens here is this higher alkenes react with water. This reaction is known as hydration. Now, in this reaction also, carbocation formation takes place. H plus is added first here on this position. This is single bond only. Okay? And carbocation will form on this position and then OH will come up. Okay? So this carbocation will get removed. This propane 2-ol is formed. Again, as per the Markovnikov. Here also, H plus will add here and OH will add here. This is addition of water. Now see the hydroboration reaction. Okay, hydroboration reaction. It obeys Markovnikov's rule here again. Diborane reacts with alkene, giving trialkyl borane here. Okay, this reaction is called as hydroboration. Okay, just a second. Now, see in case of hydroboration, what happens is this RCH double bond CH2 is taken. Okay. Now, what happens here is it will get this one RCH here. Okay. And one by one, this RCH2 CH2, this 2 is not here earlier. This will be not here. Okay. In this part, this would form first. Now, second alkene is added. Now, this will form BS. Third alkene is added. Then trialkyl borane is formed. So, it is adding across this position. H is adding here and B is adding to this position. Okay. Now, this form trialkyl borane form. As soon as trialkyl borane is formed, now you can add H2O plus here. Okay, H3O plus or H2O. If this H2O is added, okay, what happens is if BOH3 goes outside, this is BOH3 type. Okay, this is that only. And H is added here, not OH. Okay, but if H2 O2 is used along with OH minus, okay, H plus was added here, so H plus goes to this position here because this was acting as the negative side here, this was positive charge. So H plus added to this side. Now when OH minus and OH plus is present, this will form propanol, 1 degree alcohol. But when ClNH2 is present, NH2 goes to this side, 1 degree amine. This is what going to happen with this case. Trialkyl, okay. Borane is formed first, and then one by one these reactions happen. Now one more reaction, and this is called as oxymercuration demercuration. Okay, and how does this reaction happen? We will see it later in the alcohol chapter. For now, you just see that addition product reduction with sodium borohydride in aqueous NaOH solution gives alcohol. Okay, it follows the Markovnikov rule. Now, two things: HgH2O and CH3CO. This is first used taken is used sodium borohydrate. Okay, so sodium borohydrate. What happens here is gives reduces this bond here. Okay, now first this mercuric acetate is added here. Okay, and then sodium borohydrate reduces that product and gives us this alcohol. Okay, just remember this thing in oxymercuration demercuration you are going to get Markovnikov product. Okay, and alcohol is formed across this bond. Okay, if these type of reagent is present. So see what kind of addition we have seen till now. CH double bond CH2. Okay, of this bond. Okay, so with the arrangement, Markovnikov rule, we see the addition here. Okay, OH formation. H plus carbocation will form here. This will shift to this position. Rearrangement happen. But BH3 THF is present. Okay, hydroboration happening. Anti-Markovnikov product will form. Okay, see here anti-Markovnikov product is forming. Okay, now how does this come up here? This is not present. Okay, this is wrong. This is not present. Now, if HCl is added, a Markovnikov product with rearrangement. If we do oxymercuration, we call it OM and demercuration. OMDM generally we can write it. Without rearrangement, Markovnikov rule is followed. Okay, up to this second degree alcohol addition only will happen. Okay, no rearrangement here because this is happens to cyclic carbonium ion which cannot rearrange. Okay, if peroxide is happen, anti-Markovnikov rule is formed and this addition is happen. Okay, this is all about addition reaction. Now let's see the oxidation of the alkene. oxidation will happen this NCO to NH2. Now see the ozonolysis. In ozonolysis, this is test for unsaturation in molecule happen. Okay? The addition of ozone on the double bond, so subsequently a reductive hydrolysis of the bond. Then ozonide is formed, and this is called as term ozonolysis. Now in ozonolysis, what happens here is O3 is formed in presence of some kind of inner solvent. Okay, O3 in some inner solvent. Okay, so it adds across this double bond. Okay, and forms a ozonide first. Okay, we will see ozonide formation. Okay, this ozonide forms. Okay, like this ozonide. Okay, so this ozonide is formed. Now, when we react further this ozonide with zinc and H2O, okay, so this ozonide leave at the side of double bond and products are formed as carbonyl compounds. Okay, now which type of alkene is formed? Depending upon that only we are going to see the ozonolysis product. Now remember, whenever you see O3 along with zinc H2O, okay, you are going to do ozonolysis of alkene here. Okay. Now see here, if this type of double bond was formed, you are going to do ozonolysis across this double bond. Okay. And going to add double bond O here and double bond O on this side also. Okay. Here also. That is how your new product will be formed. Okay. So ozonolysis of alkene helps in the locating the position of double bond in an alkene. Okay. This is what we can see here. Okay. What type of bond, whether it is double bond is present here or isn't here. If we do the ozonolysis of this reaction, we will get these two products. If we do the ozonolysis of this alkene, here we are going to get these two products. Okay. So that is how we can see that where it does the ozone double bond is present. Okay. Now at the ozonide stage at this bond, if we use LiLH4 or NaBH4, it will give us simply the alcohol only. Okay. This will get removed and this bond will break RCHOH and R-CHOH. CH2O. This is what we are going to get, these alcohols only. So this is all about ozonolysis. Let's see hydroxylation also. Okay. Now carbon-carbon double bond, when it's converted to this type of glycol formation, we call it hydroxylation. Okay. We use Bayer's reagent for it. Bayer's reagent is called as dilute alkaline. Alkaline 1% cold KMnO4. This is your Bayer's reagent. What happens is it decolorizes the pink color of KMnO4, gives brown PPT MnO2. So this is also a test for unsaturation, just like Br2 CCl4 decolorization. Okay, this is also a test for unsaturation. This will happen. The earlier color of let's say pink color will give us brown PPT of MnO2. Okay. Now, how does this OH formation? This is cis addition here, OH minus here. Why cis addition? Because KMnO4 structure, if you remember, is like this only. Okay, so this is across this bond only the addition of will happen. Ultimately, these bonds will break. Okay, and MnO2 will form. Okay, but these OH will get attached to across this alkene only. Now, similar reaction happen with OSO4. Okay, this OSO4 attaches across this double bond and forms this cis addition product RCHOH, RCHOH. Okay, so similar reaction both of them. This is called as hydroxylation. Now, okay, now let's see the per acid. In case of per acid, this is our per acid. Why per acid? One extra O double bond link here. Okay, SCO3H here. What happens here is this single O gets removed and attaches itself to this bond across this bond. Okay, and overall this bond will minus SCOH will leave. This will give us this epoxide type linkage. This is called as epoxide. Okay, and minus H2O, when you add H2O plus here, okay, this is what will happen. This will attack on this side. This bond will break. So you get trans alcohol glycol. Okay, here attacks from the different side here, different direction. Okay, to avoid the steric hindrance, not from the same side. So this is trans glycol formation. Earlier we saw the cis glycol. Okay, this is trans glycol. Okay, so this is called as epoxidation. Another reaction we see epoxidation. Alkene reacts with oxygen in the presence of Ag. We get the epoxide here. Ag along with oxygen, this will attach it to across the double bond. We get the epoxide. Now, if you add H2O to the epoxide, you get anti-addition. This is what you are going to get. Okay. I hope you understood. देखो, anti-addition by anti-addition. This is your anti-addition. Okay. One OH H2O will attack from this back side only. Okay. So this bond will go away. Okay. And this H and H will move up and you will get this product. Okay. Now, one more thing I want you to understand is if across this alkene, in addition happen, we get meso compound. If anti-addition is happening, okay, racemic mixture, we will get the racemic mixture here. Okay, if trans alkene is present, in addition happens, we will get racemic mixture. Across trans alkene, anti-addition will happen. Meso compound we get the meso compound here. Okay, now how do you remember this one? Okay, you can remember one simple formula is this. Only cis anti-addition racemic product. Rest you should devise just opposite. If it is cis and you want to uh, this is cis product. Okay, now if you are changing A to tin addition, then you are going to get meso compound. Okay, now if it is trans alkene, you are going to do anti addition. Okay, then you are going to get meso compound. If it is trans alkene and you are doing tin addition, you are going to get racemic mixture. Okay, this is how you are can remember. At least one you can remember, and other two you can change. Okay, as per the arrangement only. Now see, if I add Br to anti-addition across cis alkene, see here, this was what we are going to get. Anti-addition on from both sides. So these are two possible products. Br2 from here, Br2 from here, or either Br from here, from Br. We are going to see racemic mixture. I hope you remember what is racemic mixture. Second is syn addition. This is D2, deuterium. We are adding from the same side only. So we are going to see the meso compound, which is internally compensated. So this is also optically inactive, but we are going to see meso compound here. Similarly, when trans alkene, we do syn addition. Okay, trans alkene. So CH3 on different position. Now you will get racemic mixture in case of syn addition. From the same side you are going to do. Okay, this may look like this is a meso compound, but because of CH3 rotation, you are going to see the racemic mixture here. CH3 on opposite side. But anti-addition, you are going to see meso compound. Here, please, whatever way you can remember, just remember this. This is the direct question this will come. Anyhow, you just remember what is happen. If anti-addition, Br2, tin addition happens, D2 is that H2 addition only. Okay, Lindlar catalyst, etc. across the this. This is the tin addition. Okay, remember this. Tin addition will happen with H2, Lindlar catalyst, or Bayer's reagent, KMnO4 or OSO4. These are the three things. Tin reaction will happen, tin addition. Anti-addition will happen with Br2, this HOX, etc. and Ag2. These are the three things from which anti-addition will happen. Okay, just remember somehow it. Okay, whatever way you can remember, just revise it. Where does you are going to get the racemic mixture, or where are you are going to get meso compound? Okay, now see some of the substitution reactions here related to alkene here. Across the alkene, when Cl2 is added, we get allyl chloride. Okay, along with it HCl. See, this Cl2 will attach itself to this CH2. One H is extracted, HCl is removed, that other Cl is going to attach on this allylic carbon. Okay, this is called as allylic substitution. Happens with Cl2 at very high temperature only. But there is another reagent called NBS, N-bromosuccinimide. Okay, this is NBS. Okay, NBr. What it also does, the allylic domination, or another thing is benzylic substitution as well. So allylic is this bond this Br is going to attach on this allylic carbon. Everything else remains same. Okay, except one H is abstracted, attaches here, and this bromine is going to attach, going to be seen here. So you can see this is called as allylic substitution. Okay, now see, we will see benzylic substitution as well. Wait, if this is toluene and NBS is present, we are going to take of this CS2Br. Okay, benzylic substitution. Okay. Now, at very high temperature, you can see the isomerization reactions also. Okay, 1-butene, when in presence of catalyst, to 2-butene, or even in isobutylene also. Okay, in presence of catalyst like this. Okay, this is called as isomerization reaction. Okay, with very high temperature only. Okay, now these are the different tests we saw. Bayer's reagent, pink color disappears with alkene. Okay, this is called as dehydroxylation. This glycol was forming. With bromine, red color decolorized, brown or red. Okay, brown also sometimes they say. Bromine addition, dibromination, and white PPT is formed. But if O3 in ozone is formed, you see these carbonyl compounds. Okay, so this type of carbonyl compound shows the position of the double bond. Okay, this is called as ozonolysis reaction. These are the tests for saturation. Okay, now one thing you should remember is, if I'm adding bromine to any diene compound where two double bonds are present, see buta-1,3-diene, there are two possibilities here. Bromine adding across one double bond, okay, like this, 1,2, this is called as 1,2 addition across only adjacent carbon only. But when one bromine attaches to this position and another bromine goes to attach this position, double bond shift in between. This is called as 1,4 addition. Okay. Generally, this is your major product. Okay. This is called as 1,4 addition. You will see the 1,4 addition in case of diene. Now, let's see the cycloaddition reaction. These are called as Diels-Alder reactions. Very important cyclic transition state. This is what's happening here. This bond coming here. This bond going here. This bond going here. This is the complete reaction. You see this formation of cyclohexene. Diels-Alder adduct. Okay. If this propanol is present, CHO is attached to this position. Again, same type of reaction will happen. Okay, you see this type of product here. Okay, nothing else you have to do here. Now, let's see alkynes one by one. How do we form alkynes? Let's see first. This is the reaction. If you have gem dihalides, two halides attached to the same carbon, alcoholic QH is present. Okay, these 1, 2 will get removed end, this double bond will form NaNH2. Okay, sodium in this NaNH2 will come up and extract this H. This double bond is moved and X is will get this alkyne here. Okay. Now, if we do dehydrohalonization, vicinal dihalides, we can also get the similar alkyne here also. Okay. First, this double bond alkene formation where X is attached. Then, along with NaNH2, we are going to see this alkyne formation. Another way to do this reaction is through pole-based electrolysis. Okay, this double bond is present here. This bond will come up here. This will get removed. This triple bond, alkyne is formed. Okay, another way is metal carbide, CaCa2 in presence of H2O. Okay, this was already like calcium carbide. Just one H is two H's are attaching itself. Okay, so calcium hydroxide is formed here. Okay, this is a laboratory method. Okay, everyone. Now, enough of these reactions. These are some of the industrial manufacturing method also. Barthelot's process, this is called. Okay, acetylene. It is synthesized by striking an electric arc between carbon electrodes in presence of hydrogen. We get two carbon CH triple bond at very high temperature. This is Barthelot's process. You can remember this one, less important, but it's mentioned somehow, so we are adding. Okay, this is about alkyne formation. Now, few things related to alkyne and comparison of alkene here. If we see the acidic nature of three type of CH bonds, with alkyne, with alkene, and with alkane. So the acidic nature of this H is high because of sp hybridization greater than this one, sp2 and greater than sp3. Okay. Now, but if I compare the acidic nature of alkyne with other type of acidic, then we see this H2 is more acidic than ROH. ROH is more acidic than the C triple bond H. This is more acidic than HNH2. This is more acidic than C double bond CH2 and CH3. These we do this comparison on the basis of pKa value. You remember pK value from ionic equilibrium? I hope. Okay. Okay. Ionic equilibrium pK value. So on basis of pK value, we find this type of comparison. Okay. Now let's see the another reaction. Addition of hydrogen. Same type of reaction which we saw earlier. Alkene will form, alkane will form. Next H2, hydrogenation will happen. Now Lindlar's catalyst, in presence of Lindlar's catalyst, palladium CaCO3. I told you this is a stereo specific reaction. That means in one direction only. Still addition is going to happen of H2. This alkene is formed. Okay. So this is stereo specific reaction. That is why it's called stereo specific. But we do the Wurtz reduction, which we saw earlier. It is going to give us trans alkene. This is also stereo specific. Only trans, no cis product. Okay. Now if I do the addition of Cl to FeCl across C triple bond CH, okay, so then they form actually a di or tetrahalo derivative. Cl2 in presence of FeCl3. Okay, this is what happens here. Now, with alkyne, Cl2 is going to react fast, Pr2 and then I2. Okay, why is it happening so? Is the presence of 3p 3d type of cells in chlorine, the bonding is much better with carbon atom here. Okay, with Cl rather than with Br and I. Okay, so this is why Cl2 reacts first, because carbon is going to have 2p type of orbitals, so overlapping will happen with the similar type of uh, orbitals here. Okay, closer to this 2p type. Now see another reaction, hydroboration we just saw. Okay, hydroboration reaction. Now BH3, okay, this H will add across this bond and BH3 will, okay, BH3 will across this here. Okay, this bond here, this bond only. So H added here, and this alkyl borane we saw, this is alkynyl borane. Okay, C double bond C is still present because we are adding across the triple bond here. Now if I add H2O2, okay, across this bond, okay, we are going to see H2O2 OH minus attached to this position only. Okay, so CH double bond C and OH, this is enol here, which is less stable. It will give us keto form. Okay, this is keto here. If CH double bond C OH, it will turn into keto form. So keep in mind how this reaction is happening here. From alkyne to keto, we are seeing conversion. Okay, hydroboration reaction happens, and then you add the peroxide. Okay, this is the hydroboration reaction. Now let's see the addition of dilute H2SO4 here. Okay, addition of dilute H2SO4. If across C triple bond CS we are doing. Okay, so again H will add here, OH will add on this position. This is enol form, which is unstable. It will give us this CH3CHO. Okay. Now, if we add across this bond, we are seeing additions like this, HOH. We are going to see the formation of this ketone as well. Okay, understood everyone? Hope this is in presence of Hg2 plus H2SO4. Okay, now if you remember, this is the same reaction we saw, demercuration. Okay, demercuration. This is the same reaction. Okay, OM, DM we call it, but you will get this type of reaction, then you will say this oxymercuration, demercuration is happening. Okay, Hg plus 2 along with H2SO4, you have to add H2S bond across this here. Now see here, H plus is adding on this terminal carbon first, then OH is adding on the inner side. Okay, now see some of the oxidation reactions related to alkyne here. Okay. First is simple burning, CO2 and H2O formation. Okay, nothing else. It's combustion reaction, all combustion reaction will give us CO2 and H2O here. Okay, now how does this welding and cutting of metals happens? Na? Generally in uh, iron shops, etc. This happens with combustion of acetylene only. Okay, so oxyacetylene flame having high temperature is produced. Okay, so if presence of oxygen, this happens. High energy is produced, very high energy. So this helps us in welding and cutting of metal. Okay. Now KMNO4 is such a strong oxidizing agent that it oxidizes this alkene group into oxalic acid 2COH. Okay. Now see this double bond CH3COH, it breaks this. It will oxidize so strongly. Not even alcohol, directly acid it is making. Directly acid. Okay. Such a strong oxidizing agent. Okay. There is also, I will tell you later on, I think, uh, maybe today only, maybe I have told you. This CH3 in presence of KMNO4, what happens is UH formation. Just one benzylic hydrogen is present, it will form COH. Okay, if one hydrogen is not present here, okay, reaction will not happen. Okay, remember. Now no oxidation. Okay, no oxidation if benzylic hydrogen is not present. Okay, but here hydrogens are present, strong oxidizing agent. Okay, first they are. How does this happen? First, they are oxidized to this position, RC double bond to RC double bond to. Okay. See, in presence of acidic KMNO4, we are doing this reaction. This was alkaline KMNO4. Okay. In presence of acidic KMNO4 of K2Cr2O7, diketone group is formed, and a further addition of acid, this bond will break and RCOH and R-COH will form. Okay. This is what's happening here. Okay, now let's see the reactions of alkynes here. Again, same reaction. Okay, Bayer's reagent on reaction with alkynyl group. They again pink color disappears. This glycol will form further. Okay, now if Br2H2O is present, again red color is decolorizes, and if O3 ozone is formed. Now see one thing again. In case of ozonolysis of alkene, we were seeing the formation of the RC double bond OH type or something. Okay, R dash C double bond OH, aldehyde only. But in presence of alkyne, this is what happens. Directly acid, RCOH and R dash COH. This is what happens with ozonolysis. Okay everyone? Okay, बहुत देर से कोई कुछ बोला नहीं है. Nikita, Preetam, understood till now?
Yes, sir.
देखो simple reactions, these are very simple reactions, but these are so many reactions. You will have to revise them to distinguish them properly. In which reaction what is happening. One by one, you will read at least two, 3 times these reaction. Automatically, clarity will come. In this reaction, this will happen. In this reaction, this will happen. Very simple step we are talking about all of these reactions, but there are multiple different reactions we have to study. Okay. Now let's see this laboratory test of terminal alkyne group. Okay, which is terminal where C triple bond H is present. This ethnic hydrogen, this terminal alkyne. Now, how do we see terminal alkyne? It decolorizes bromine and CCl4 solution. This we saw. It decolorizes alkaline KMNO4 solution. This we saw. Another is along with cuprous chloride. Okay, CuCl. Okay, in presence of NH4OH, it forms this type of red precipitate. R C triple bond Cu copper. Only terminal alkyne, not the, if you are having this C triple bond CRR, this is not going to have no reaction. Okay. Similarly, with AgNO3 NH4OH, it will give white precipitate. This RC triple bond CAG. Okay, this was red, and this sodium in ether will give us H2 gas. Okay, so H2 gas can be identified with its pop sound. Okay, when you pass it with solution of water or calcium hydroxide, you see the sound of like pop sound actually of hydrogen gas, formation of hydrogen. So we see this formation of colorless gas here. That is how you can differentiate between terminal alkyne and non-terminal alkyne. Okay, so this is all about alkynes till now. Okay, I'm going to start the halide chapter here. I'm going to reshare another slide now. Okay, till now you understood everything. At least the reactions are very simple. Just revisit it. I'll send you these PDFs. Okay, all of these PDF I have. I think last PDF I had to send. I'll send you that one. I had to update it a little bit. Okay, so I'll send both of these. I think today itself. Try to send it. Okay. Now let's talk about the halides for now today. Okay. Still have 20 minutes of the class left. Now, little bit about the RX type of bond here. Okay. These are polar covalent compounds, but insoluble in water because they cannot form hydrogen bonds. Okay. They dissolve in organic solvents. No hydrogen bond formation here. Okay. Only if oxygen and nitrogen is present, you can see the formation of hydrogen bonds generally. Okay. With other type of elements, it does not form bonds. There is one test of halide which is Galstein test. What happens is any type of halide will give a green flame due to interaction of X with copper wire. Okay, this is called as Galstein test. Now, if we talk about the stability, RS is more stable told you earlier, why is it more stable? Here you have 2p type of bonding. Here you have 2p 3p, 2p 4p, 2p 5p. This is most stable bonding here. Okay. Now Ri is so unstable that in presence of light, okay, it forms a, it dimerizes itself and I2 gas is released. Okay, Ri is so unstable. Okay, one more thing, but if we talk about the boiling point reverse, Ri have high boiling point, then RBR, then RCl, then Rm. Okay, now, but if we talk about the decreasing order of boiling point in, let's say, Rf, then primary halide will have higher boiling point than secondary will have higher than tertiary halide. This is all about boiling point related to halide. Okay. Let's some methods of preparation of halide. Now, if we react alcohol group with HX in presence of ZnCl2, we are going to form RCH2H. Okay, this H plus will be taken to this OH, taken by this OH. This is unstable. Carbocation will form. Okay, and Rx minus will attack this position and this RCH2H will form. Okay, now see one thing here. Now this HCl, if we react it directly with alcohol, okay, there will be no reaction. Okay, but when we react it with ZnCl2, as we did this here, okay, here ZnCl2, then only this reaction is happening. Okay, so this is called as Lucas reagent. Okay, this gives turbidity with Lucas reagent alcohol. Now see, we can differentiate between 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree alcohol using Lucas reagent. If 1 degree alcohol is there, it will take 30 minutes to give turbidity. If 2 degree alcohol is there in 5 minutes. If 3 degree alcohol is there, only in 1 minute it will give us the turbidity. So we can easily identify which type of alcohol is this one. Okay. Now, how do we form halides here? We use PCl5 or PCl3 from alcohol. Okay, and reacts with it forms RCl here. Now this is SN1 mechanism. I hope you remember SN1 mechanism. Okay, A and ROH, this OH will remove, R plus will form carbocation, and then only Cl will come and attach it to it. Okay, so this is what happens PCl5. Now, if we want to have the RBR or RI formation, we have to use these kind of phosphorus plus Br2 phosphorus plus I2 mixture because of the less stability of the PBr3 and PI3 here. Okay, few more reactions. This is important reaction. Generally, they give us directly HOCl2. Okay, what happens here is ROH is present. In presence of SOCl2 along with PAD, it is going to give us RCl here. Okay, along with SO2. Okay, RCl along with SO2 here. So we are going to see with SOCl2 formation of halide. Okay, another reaction is Hunt-Dicker's reaction. where Cl2 or Br2, when reacted with this RCOAG, they will going to give us Rx. Very okay. So this is one way of formation of halide. I think I have already showed you the halogenation, free radical halogenation of alkene. Okay, that is also another method. Okay, CH2 CH4 plus Cl2 free radical mechanism, CH3Cl formation. Okay, this we have already seen. Okay, let's see the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now, nucleophilic substitution reaction. This nucleophile attacks on R and X removes itself. So SN1 mechanism and SN2 mechanism we have seen till now. Okay. Now, what happens here is, if it's a tertiary halide, mechanism will be SN1 in presence of any nucleophile here. But if it's primary halide, then mechanism would be SN2 and secondary. This is primary, sorry. Many things are. Primary halide. Okay. So SN2 mechanism will happen very slowly. But if it is secondary halide, CHX, both type of mechanism is possible. Okay, depending upon our reagent. Now let's see what happens here with different reactions. If I use water, water,
सर आपकी वॉइस नहीं आ रही।
सानू तुम्हें वीडियो शेयर हो रहा है सर का?
यस
दीदी सर का वीडियो भी शेयर नहीं हो रहा।
तो आपके नेटवर्क इशू में हो रहा होगा कुछ। एक बार लॉग आउट करके दोबारा से लॉग इन कर लो, फिर होने लगे।
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Sana, now you are getting both.
सर का शायद लॉग आउट हो गया है, स्क्रीन तो शो हो रही है।
I'm working on getting screen or video both.
You are currently the only person in this conference. You are currently the only person in this conference.
Okay, last 5 minutes of disturbance, है ना? We will continue with the last slide only. Okay, this discussion of this halide only. Okay, last 5-10 minutes of this. After tetrad reaction with this 3-degree halide only. Okay, competition between substitution and elimination reaction we will cover. Okay, okay everyone. I'll see you in the next class now. Okay, done for today. Okay.